Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we dive into the world of entrepreneurship and explore the concepts that drive business success. Today, we're going to talk about a critical issue that affects businesses of all sizes: the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses. In straightforward terms, the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses refers to the financial and reputational damage that a company suffers when its digital assets are compromised by hackers or other malicious actors. This can include everything from stolen customer data to disrupted operations and even extortion demands. With the rise of online commerce and digital communication, cybersecurity has become an essential aspect of doing business in the 21st century. To understand the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses, it's helpful to look at its core principles and theories. One key concept is the idea of risk management. This involves identifying potential vulnerabilities in a company's systems and taking steps to mitigate them. Influential thinkers like Bruce Schneier, a renowned cybersecurity expert, have emphasized the importance of adopting a proactive approach to security, rather than simply reacting to threats as they emerge. Our understanding of the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses has evolved significantly over time. In the early days of the internet, cybersecurity was often seen as an afterthought, something that companies addressed only when they had already been breached. However, as the number and severity of cyber attacks have increased, businesses have come to recognize the need for robust security measures. Today, we see companies investing heavily in cybersecurity infrastructure, from firewalls and antivirus software to employee training programs and incident response plans. Let's look at some real-world examples that illustrate the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses in action. One notable case is the 2017 Equifax breach, which exposed the sensitive data of over 147 million people. The aftermath of the breach was devastating for Equifax, with the company facing lawsuits, regulatory fines, and a significant loss of public trust. In contrast, companies like Microsoft and Google have demonstrated effective cybersecurity practices, investing heavily in research and development to stay ahead of emerging threats. So, how can you apply the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses in your own venture or career? First, it's essential to prioritize security from the outset rather than treating it as an afterthought. This means implementing robust security protocols such as encryption and multi-factor authentication, and ensuring that all employees understand their role in maintaining cybersecurity. You should also stay informed about emerging threats and vulnerabilities, using resources like the National Institute of Standards and Technology's cybersecurity framework to guide your decision-making. Another crucial aspect of the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses is insurance. Cyber insurance can provide financial protection against breaches, but it's essential to carefully review policy terms and conditions to ensure adequate coverage. According to a report by Aon, the global cyber insurance market is expected to reach $7.5 billion by 2025, indicating a growing recognition of the importance of cybersecurity risk management. To further illustrate the practical applications of the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses, let's consider the example of a small e-commerce business. Suppose this business experiences a breach that exposes customer credit card information. The immediate costs might include notifying affected customers, providing credit monitoring services, and paying for forensic analysis to determine the scope of the breach. However, the long-term costs could be even more significant, including damage to reputation, loss of customer trust, and potential legal liabilities. In addition to these financial costs, there are also reputational consequences to consider. A cybersecurity breach can erode customer confidence and damage a company's brand, making it harder to attract new customers and retain existing ones. This is why it's essential to have a robust incident response plan in place, one that includes clear communication with stakeholders, prompt notification of affected parties, and a transparent explanation of the steps being taken to mitigate the breach. In conclusion, the cost of cybersecurity breaches to businesses is a critical concept that every entrepreneur and business leader should understand. By grasping the key principles, theories, and real-world examples, you'll be better equipped to protect your business from cyber threats and mitigate the financial and reputational damage that can result from a breach. Remember, cybersecurity is not just an issue. It's a business imperative that requires a comprehensive approach. As my colleague, cybersecurity expert Joseph Steinberg once said, cybersecurity is like a game of chess. You need to think several moves ahead to stay safe. That's it for today's Business with Louis. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.